This has been a crazy weekend. I would have posted about this earlier. But all right, stop. For real, lay down. Down. My editors have been busy. Lil Tay is back in the news. That's right, Lil Tay. Remember Lil Tay? Do you guys remember that girl? She's very annoying, and I think she's back now, and she's fully grown.
I walked in the party, no friends on my arm.
She vanished a few years ago after making us brokies all feel bad.
I'm only 9 years old, but I'm richer than all y'all broke-ass haters.
And then she faked her death or something like that quite recently. And now she's back. She's actually come back, and it's insane. And by insane, I mean fucking dumb, dude. So dumb. And I want to get into why. I'll be playing the devil's advocate in this video, guys. Huge Lil Tay fan on this channel. We're huge Lil Tay fans. We'll go on a bit of a brief historical dive, though. All right, a little bit of a brief history of Lil Tay. In 2018, you all probably remember Lil Tay. She was the youngest flexer of the century, and it was incredible, and everyone loved her. There wasn't a single commentary channel that was speaking negatively about her.
Ooh, Lil Tay out here bullying in the trap house.
Then it was revealed that her brother was actually the Stromboli, pulling the strings of Pinocchio.
And
I said stop saying 10,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,500.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
You're gonna be like more ignorant.
What do I say?
He was telling her what to say. Why? Because she was 9, and 9-year-olds don't have a lot to say.
Gucci, Louis, Versace.
At least in my experience with 9-year-olds, they're kind of dumb. You guys like how I just said that as if it was like a punchline to a joke or something? It's just true, though. It's just true. All this stuff was going on. Her father got involved to try to take custody of her because at that time she'd been living with her mom.
Lil Tay rich and finna get richer.
He had been a largely absentee father.
You haven't been in her life for years and now you show up? And now you want to use her career as blackmail to waive your child support expenses? How can you even explain this? And then you go on to manipulate the press to look like the hero parent.
Have a good day.
And was allegedly abusive to Lil Tay and her mother.
You gonna come in and abuse my mom and my sister now?
Good job, Jason.
Nice one. What about the millions of dollars you stole?
All this resulted in Lil Tay's lack of posting on the internet. She was stripped of her ability to post and become a social media icon because father took control and supposedly didn't want her talking about him, which makes sense if you're a piece of shit. There are even videos of her crying when CPS takes her from her mom back in the day, forced her to go with her father. I don't really understand this. I don't see how one parent, if it's an absentee parent who's allegedly abusive, how that could possibly... How could you get custody of a child? I don't understand how that works, and we'll probably never exactly know. But apparently we know now the father wanted to focus more on professionalism, like the music videos and being creative, and the mom and brother wanted Lil Tay to be an incendiary, boastful character, a little rascal, a 9-year-old bastard. Would you shut up? I'm not talking about you. This has something to do with you. By the way, we don't 100% know any of this. This is just the alleged stuff that's come out. There's some evidence of these things. It's wild and unfortunate that any child has to be put through anything like this. And child, I mentioned, it's difficult to remember that this is literally a kid, a baby person that is just posting, a 9-year-old. When I was 9 years old, I played in shit. It's so easy to hate her because of her character that she put on her videos, but in reality, it's just, you know, obnoxious behavior being fed to a child and then being posted on the internet to be incendiary for a reason. It was all coached by the brother, encouraged by the mom, and to a degree, I can understand the dad wanting to get away from that, but at the same time, we don't know the full story. I genuinely don't. There's nothing clear about any of this. Then, a few years of silence. And finally, we are caught up to what happened a few weeks ago. Nay, 2 months ago. Lil Tay's early demise was announced on social media. All right, guys, like GTA 6 finally coming out. Lil Tay and her brother passed away.
It is with a heavy heart that we share the devastating news of our beloved Claire's sudden and tragic passing. We have no words to express the unbearable loss and indescribable pain.
It's not real. It turns out it wasn't real at all. It's expected that it's not real because of Lil Tay's past character. You know, dude, it is what it is. People were talking about it quite a bit. There was also a Lil Tay crypto token that was released around the same time. It threw suspicion to the hoax, and it drummed up some attention that, you know, irrelevant. Lil Tay had been irrelevant for years at this point. So I find it extremely odd that we don't take cryptocurrency or crypto token has been in the works and is supposed to launch sometime soon around the same time of this hoax. Like I said previously, this looks more like an Instagram hack. Yeah, to me, it looked like an Instagram hack, and it didn't seem like Lil Tay token was legit. But also, you know, putting my conspiratorial, you know, Hershey Kiss hat on, I could say, judging by the response of the death announcement, it's probably maybe not a good idea to do the token, because people don't like that very much when they get scammed and crypto stuff. They don't like crypto stuff anymore, thanks to scammers. Mostly social media people, to be honest. And conveniently, the Lil Tay token is no longer there. The account does not exist. I'm not insinuating that this has any association with Lil Tay. It is just a funny little happenstance. A bit of a meme, if you will. Then, a little while later, her and her brother said, no, we're not dead. My account was hacked. This is after they got drugged through the mud by everyone, saying that no one really believed that they had died, or at least I didn't. I mean, I'm a genius though, so I'm like, you know, maybe did I forget what video I made. Watch my video, be like me crying. Now, to go back to the crypto thing, the living announcement of Lil Tay came one day before the crypto went live, and that's awesome. What incredible timing, guys. What incredible timing. And it seems like the crypto coin was run by Lil Tay's former manager. And a hypothesis for this could be this guy was just, you know, wanted to make a quick buck and had access to Lil Tay's accounts, hacked her account, and then launched the crypto to try to, you know, I don't fucking have any real idea what happened. I'm not a journalist or a news guy. I look really dumb right now. You guys like my new office? He launched the crypto, but then denies the BNB launch and calls other token scams. The dude's involved with Assure DeFi, which is involved also in the Lil Tay token. So all of this is very sketchy and probably has nothing in reality to do with Lil Tay herself or her active team, and it was exposed that there was a crypto associated with the name launching the day after the death hoax. They came forward to clear the air. There's a lot of room to speculate. Super shady regardless. Also, to be fair, Lil Tay, not exactly known for being a good, responsible, moral influencer. But now, Lil Tay is back, guys. That's right, Lil Tay is back, and she's setting the record straight. Lil Tay's extraordinarily long TikTok begins with her explaining why exactly she was gone. She gained her fame 5 years ago. Her absent father suddenly reappeared in her life to try to control her fame and her money. He then also started a court case against her so she couldn't speak out and so he could take her money away. She then drops her father's name,
Chris Hope,
and a picture of him. What a
This is
regular
him.
looking
This is Chris
fellow.
Hope.
I mean, I'm blown away by how normal that guy looks. That guy looks so fucking normal. Then the allegations and bizarre nature of this whole thing start to take hold. She says that her father had inappropriate relationships in front of her, just stochastic romance everywhere before her fame. One of those women was a girl named Shima Ali. Apparently this is Chris's assistant. I don't really know who this is.
these are not private This is her Facebook wallpaper. These are not private photos.
She goes over some experiences that made her very uncomfortable in the bed of her father. She then states that her father would just hook up with random women all the time, shopping for them off Craigslist.
This is his Craigslist email to a random woman who had an ad. Okay, this is the email trying to hook up with people. This is my mom talking to somebody about it after she found out about it.
Then she goes on to state that the man had an Asian fetish.
Mostly Asian women, because he has an Asian fetish, if you didn't know.
Her father met a woman named Hane Hope in the Philippines where she was a full-time scammer.
And she is a career scammer. When she was living in the Philippines, she was scamming as a career, which I will get into later. Oh, this is her.
She shows some of the victims that were scammed by her. This is baller. What an interesting way to do this with cards. I'm gonna start doing that in my reaction videos, showing up TikToks, printed out TikToks. This is all kind of confusing to me, by the way, all the scam stuff. Like, I don't really, it's sort of, I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking at here, but apparently the woman Hane flew to Canada to meet him and left behind the father of her son back in the Philippines so she could live a luxurious lifestyle in Canada. Oh. Wrong place for that. Am I right, Frankie? Yes, sir. At this point in Lil Tay's TikTok is when things start to take more of a drastic turn and it gets a lot more serious. I didn't want to say that I didn't believe any of the allegations of abuse a long time ago, but at the same time, it's so hard to tell what's real and what's not real, and you can't be blamed if you take things with a grain of salt, especially on the internet, because there's so many allegations and just so much shit being thrown around. But it starts to make a lot more sense here. I will link her video in the description if you guys want to go watch it yourself. A lot of this is pretty rough to talk about, I feel like. There was even a police report to back it up. That alone is enough evidence, in my opinion, to kind of change the entire story. It is crazy, too. I feel like an asshole, right? Because it's like the boy who cried wolf type situation. So many things have happened over such a long time, and there's never been any real truth or like pure evidence. But now we have it. Lil Tay came sliding back on the scene, and it gets better, by the way. It gets better. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit of a Lil Tay fan. I'm sorry. We'll keep moving on. There's some text messages also from her father complaining that her mother was sending her lunch because she was not eating.
These are the text messages.
You can see in the text that he was so mad at the mom bringing her lunch. She was wasting money on it and was going to deduct $10 in child support from her because she wasted money by bringing her daughter food to school. Where did all the Lil Tay money go, you might ask? Well, not to food for Lil Tay, not to taking care of the child, but to buying Gucci bags and purses and things for the scamming honey from the Philippines.
Goddamn Gucci, Louis, 3 buy logo. These niggas goddamn.
Yes! This doesn't even account for her shoes, clothes, makeup, and luxury vacations. You can even find Hane's TikTok, and you see Chris is in those TikToks, and there's a bunch of videos. There's a TikTok with the bags in it you can find on her TikTok.
He was so preoccupied with providing Hani Hope, his wife, with these designer bags. This is not even everything.
Lil Tay put out another 9-minute part of the story and said her father was supposed to be taking care of her, but instead of being a real parent, was spending all the money on his wife and neglecting her as a child.
How much fucking money does he owe me? Good ass question.
In this video, Lil Tay also claims that her father never paid child support to her mother and still owes 250 grand, and says that he owes her, Lil Tay, 250 grand, which is awesome. Give her the money, dude. I'm on her side now. I'm on her side. I'm on Lil Tay's side. What the fuck? She then goes down the list of every other possible negative thing that you can accuse a father of doing.
That's what I just went over. But it doesn't end there, because he's racist as fuck.
She says that during her custody battle between her mother and father, the dad was angry that Lil Tay was hanging out with Black and Hispanic artists who were getting her into drugs. All I know is that she was chilling with Woah Vicky and Bad Baby when they were just like scratching and beating each other up. Then around 4 minutes in the video, she starts to address the rumors that have been around since 2018, keeping us on the edge of our seats. There was a rumor that Lil Tay's mother was fired from her realty company after letting Tay film in some of the spaces. She says her mother quit and was never actually fired, and that her mom even sued the realty office after continuing to charge her desk fees even after quitting. As you can see here, she won a $1,000 dispute. So she was going to be fired, but she resigned before that could happen. That's the actual truth of the situation. She then says that she never actually even had a manager, so this Harry Sang guy's just a liar, a clout-chasing goober liar. He still has Lil Tay in his bio. Hey, excuse me. She then drops a bombshell and claims that her father was the one that started the death hoax.
So, as you all know, Chris Hope was the one that did the death hoax. He was trying to sabotage me.
And adding to that, when that death hoax first came out, people reached out to Chris and he refused to confirm or deny whether or not she passed. Lil Tay declared dead, but her dad won't confirm. Sorry, I can't. What a great father. And the end of the second part of the video is her standing by her mom and saying that her mom was always supportive of her and her dad was abusive, which is, that seems like the case because we have a music video. We have a music video, a Lil Tay music video. And it's, honestly, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, it's good.
It's what you do to me. I'm a sucker for green.
It's good. It's good. It's pop music. It's good. Lil Tay is a talented musician and has been spending the last 5 years on the grindstone working on guitar skills that are genuinely impressive, piano skills that are genuinely impressive, and maybe some singing skills that are not as impressive as the last two things, but are good still. Lil Tay is talented, more talented than a lot of people you listen to on the radio. Is the song good? No. But I don't listen to that kind of music. Frankie does. Apparently her mom spent her entire life savings fighting for Lil Tay to come home and, you know, to be able to create, and then they won. So it's all worth it. It's tough to say, right? Like all this stuff is fucking, it's internet clout shit. I wouldn't be surprised if any of this was not true or if any of it was true. But at the moment, I believe this is all very genuine and I'm on Team Tay. So are a lot of... Now, this is the next part. The creeps have found Lil Tay, and they also like her way more than I do. I mentioned Lil Tay dropped Sucker for Green. The lyrics of the song, they're weird. This is a 16-year-old girl that's singing the songs. I don't really like songs like that anyways. The public have taken this the way that they always do when stuff like this happens, and by public, I mean Twitter. Some of the comments are funny, like straight out of the morgue with this one. We getting out of the morgue with this one, fire emoji. That's pretty cool. That's kind of funny. This is bizarre. Hear me out, Lil Tay. I'm not going to hear you out. I will not be hearing anyone out. I think you're all sick. You're all sick fucks. Our old buddy Too Mad said, Lil Tay is desperately hanging on to her last bit of clout and is using her father as a sob story. That's one way to look at it, I suppose. Lil Tay responded to Too Mad and said, you are a sick who now has to use my name for clout. You quit socials and haven't uploaded for a year, and now you come back to speak on a 16-year-old girl's name? Alert. Pretty big L there. Someone responded to that and said, ain't you say you was 9 in 2018? The math don't add up. What you lying about? Then someone else said, 9 plus 5 is 14. You say here you 16. What are you? Then Lil Tay said, I'm 16 years old. I was 9 in 2016. So she was 11? In 2018? What the fuck? This whole story's a lie, dude. That could just be for optics, whatever. She said she was 9 a long time ago. Her manager, someone just said, it looks cooler when she's 9 years old. I don't fucking have any idea, dude. People are insane, though. Look at this. Doesn't make it better. She's still a child, both mentally and biologically. Not saying it's appropriate, but age of consent in my country is 15. Dude, I love Twitter, man. These people are fucking incredible. People just saying creepy, weird shit. Here's a YouTuber named Easy Breezy saying wood and then posting a reaction image of this guy. That's pretty funny. He's a YouTube star that was born in 2003. He's 20 years old. I'm not really the arbiter of morality or truth here, but honestly, I don't really give a fuck about this. I just think it's creepy that people know that this is a 16-year-old and they're posting this stuff publicly and they're saying wood. Come on, man. What are you doing? That's so bizarre. Overall, I assume this entire situation is true, and that makes it sad. I feel for Lil Tay. I mean, no one deserves to be traumatized by a parent. I'm fortunate enough to have excellent parents that I love and look up to and idolize. I'm lucky. I can't really speak too much on this. I'm just speaking on what we know, guys, generally on the channel, and that is very little. That is very little.
Give me 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got it.